Hello, friends. I'm McKay, and I'm back with a banger. Today I come to you with a gripe, and it's the genre title Stutter House. I don't think it's really a stutter effect that's being applied. We'll get into it. As always, I don't waste your time. I want you to hear what we're working with. I'm in my Passkey of Hearts project file, so if you've seen what is currently the most popular video on my channel, it's Deadmau5 reacting to this song, giving his approval, saying he likes it and all that. If you want to check it out, it's on my channel. I'll put a link to it in the description too, but here's a song. Okay, so we're in the project file. We're in like a VIP kind of version of the project file. It doesn't have all the same stuff here. I kind of Stutter Houseified the drop so I can use it for this complaint informational breakdown, and at the end we're gonna get a little experimental. We're gonna create what I would consider to be Stutter House. I have no idea what that's gonna sound like yet, so stick around. But okay, this is future Max. This is a Max that is like 2 hours older and way more excited with this video idea than when I started out. I hate doing the thing where it's like, stick around to hear the final product, but I didn't make the final product yet. So here is what we end up with, basically. And I just wanted to give you a demo of it now so that you could hear it and then judge for yourself whether you want to watch the rest of the video. I mean, come on. Come on. That's what Stutter House should sound like. These elements are stuttering. Are they not? That's Stutter House to me. Anyway, okay, alright. If you want to see how this was created, watch the rest of the video. See ya. But you can hear my Stutter House rendition of this track. Here, I'll just play it here. So that's just bass, drums, and everything. I took the vocal chops in the song and I added some delay to them and reverb and then an LFO, so you get like this Stutter House effect. It sounds kind of cool. I mean, I like it. I think it could be like a fun VIP to like actually finish this out. I really only made this for the video, so I'm happy with it. Maybe I'll flesh this out into a full thing, but let me just show you what I'm doing here. So I have the vocal chops in my track. I've kind of like combined some stuff and muted some stuff, so it's not the same structure as the original Passkey of Hearts, my original song, but I'm gonna turn off the delay that I have there. The delay, the reverb, and the auto pan, and this is just what the vocal chops sound like now. So all I'm doing here, there's still some like delays and whatnot in this stuff. So all I'm doing here though is I'm just taking chops that I already have, and I'm just adding a delay. I have a reverb here on like 38% wet, and then I'm putting an auto pan on it. Auto pan, if you don't have this face set to 0, it'll pan your left and right signal around in accordance with the rate and what shape you have here, and you can select different shapes and you can offset the timing a little bit. So I'm just using this as an LFO. Another way, if you need an LFO, there are tons of ways to do this. You can just automate a utility. You could automate the volume here, and that would be the same thing if I just showed automation and just manually drew in automation. Same exact thing there. We're just changing the volume of something, basically. There are other plugins out there like LFO Tool by Xfer, and I'm trying to think of that's like the main stuff here. So that's getting us this Stutter House effect. Now, usually the Stutter House effect, it's like a sustained vocal note It'll just be like an ooh, like just someone like having a sustained sound, and then they'll put the auto pan on there. I'm doing the same thing effectively by like prolonging the sound with reverb and delay. So essentially same thing there. And then I have another group here, which is just like a swell. And I'm form and shifting it. Just because it was a little too spooky that low. So I'm form and shifting it up a little bit. So that's it for our stutter house effect. If you know you don't like the method of having vocal chops and reverbing them, and you want to use a vocal, you can, as I mentioned, just have a prolonged like note, sustained note, and then put an LFO on it, like this auto pan. You can also use a granulator, which I just thought of today. I haven't really thought of doing this before, but it essentially it's the same thing. So I'm just taking a small little snippet of a vocal, and it's repeating it at a very fast rate. And the grain here is controlling the grain size, if you're not familiar with granular synthesis at all. It's basically, this is deciding like how big the bit of audio to repeat should be. Let's hear it. These delays are going to drive me insane with talking over them. Let's hear it in context here. So all I did was just take a vocal here. If I search fem vocal hook 140, it's one of these. 'Cause I love you all the time. I'm taking that vocal, I'm playing it in MIDI, up one semitone, up one note, because the vocal's originally in F sharp minor and this track's in G minor. So by playing C sharp here, I'm effectively just raising the pitch by one semitone. The cool thing about this method though would be that you can automate these parameters like the grain size and the file position and whatnot to get some like cooler effects for this like style of music. So let's like we could like make the grain a bit smaller here, I think. Let's try that. Here. I'm thinking we extend this note. Let's bring in Little Altar Boy. I'm still just elaborating on this Stutter House idea just to like show, I guess, like what I would do if I was making a Stutter House song here. Let me put this here, and then we'll try what I think Stutter House should sound like. What like the name makes me think of. That's not the right plugin to move. Let me see here, Little Altar Boy. That's not what I want. Okay, so there's something there. I mean, it's a cool concept for sure. This, like, automation thing happening at the end. I like it. It sounds good. But, okay. I mean, that's probably, like, where I would go with a Stutter House song. I think, like, especially if I was, like, remixing this track and, like, this is a VIP I'm gonna put out, this definitely, like, feels in my wheelhouse. Like, I like where we're heading here. I think this is, like, something interesting. So a couple different avenues here. You know, we have the vocal chops all reverbed out that are being that have this auto pan, that have this, like, LFO on them. Let me try let me just do this in, like, the most chaotic way possible. Never automate anything over here. It's such a headache later. Just always put a utility on. I'm just doing this because it's a video. All right, let's try this. Interesting. There's something cool there. There's something cool there. Let me go back. But this isn't what I would call Stutter House. The reason why I wouldn't call it Stutter House is because nothing's, like, actually stuttering. It's just LFO automation. It's just volume that, like, it's just volume automation. It's not stuttering. So I have an idea here that we can try out real quick just to be a little bit experimental and show what I think a Stutter House song should sound like if you're gonna fucking call it Stutter House. I have these Vox bounces, the vocal bounces from our chops. Let me turn them on. And let me add our granulator in here too. So to resample this, I am just going to make sure I don't have my sidechain on, and I'm gonna route the audio here. Okay, and let me record. I of course have to play it to record it. Let me just record this part again. That kind of goes hard. Okay, so we have our Vox bounces. And I have these other glitches that I have from the original version of the track. So let's see what we have. This sounds more like stuttering to me. That sounds like a stutter. We're in stutter. This is my territory of what I would consider to be stutter, because things are, like, actually stuttering. They're going like, like, you know what I mean? So let's try to do that with this audio. Now, there are a couple things we can do. We can manually chop it. We can also use the tool that I used to make these effects in the first place, which is actually called Stutter Edit. Maybe we just start there because that'll be more creative, and then it kind of shows you how I made this song. So, yeah. All right. So what I did to come up that, like, started this initial idea was I was using this plugin called Stutter Edit, and I was just using it with my mini log. I have my mini log right over here, and I was just playing melodies in the key of the song, and then at the same time using this to, like, chop up the melodies live. And then I went through these, like, long recordings and just took the little like beeps and blips that I really liked. So if I go over here, that's all this is. A lot of really cool stuff. It was actually really fun making this song. Going through it all today, I was, like, reminiscing about how nice it was to make this track and how much it means to me. So lame and boring. Okay, let's get back to what you're here for, me teaching you production shit. Okay, so I'm gonna open up another audio channel here. And we're gonna need to route MIDI to this too, I think. Let me turn on my MIDI keyboard. I'm coming up with this idea on the fly, so yeah, we'll have to bear with me here. Okay, so you probably just saw an abrupt cut in the video because I couldn't remember that the MIDI device I needed was called external instrument. I thought that was for outboard gear, but no, that's what I needed. Okay, so where was I? We need to add this external instrument rack in Ableton, or device in Ableton, and route it to the effect so that we can manipulate it with MIDI. So I have this instrument thing, MIDI going to 56, that's our group here, and it's going into Stutter Edit too. So now when I play MIDI in here, if this is armed, it should be received by Stutter Edit. Okay, and that's why we're flipping through these different presets. So there's kind of a deep cut plugin, so I'm giving you all the insider info here. But let's go to, should we do something experimental? Glitch instruments. I forget. I think the signature bank's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go, let's just do the best of bank. So it's gonna flip through these different presets that are just gonna affect the incoming signal in different ways. And I'm gonna just record the output here. So I'll go up here and route this. I'm gonna route the audio to this channel. Okay, so now if I click record, and I don't have the compressor on, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm basically just looking for something that I find interesting. We're gonna come back and chop them up. All right, I think we got some money makers in there. I'm gonna grab this compressor and just start a new group here. All right, we have some of our melodic glitches, and now we have this giant vocal stem to work with. So now it's about chopping up the little, I don't know, the little stutters that we like. Let me just see how long this is. Yeah, so that's how much I just recorded. I'm sure I chopped some of that out. So we're gonna go through and just take some little bits that sound good and duplicate them a bit. Oh, that's it. We're done. That's it. Perfect. Great. Okay, so we're gonna use this as a foundation and make an actual Stutter House song now with our stutters. I know I'm being very semantic, but stutters should stutter and not just go up and down in volume. There should be repetition. It's inherent to stutters, okay? We're duplicating audio. Do you see how the audio is being duplicated here? That's what Oh, is that gonna be cool together? Stay tuned to find out. I mean, come on. That's stutter. We're stuttering, baby. I'm cooking. I told y'all I would cook. Maybe I didn't say that I would cook, but I thought it the whole time. I know this is tedious, but this is literally how I made this song. It's just doing this, except it was with melodic elements and not vocal elements. This could be good to like break it up, but I'm gonna repeat it so it's more like a stutter. I'm sorry, chat. I know there's not chat. I'm sorry. My process is chaotic, but I feel as though it's meaningful and rewarding. So really, all I'm doing here is just kind of like moving forward with whatever I think sounds best in the moment. I'm not thinking about it too meticulously, but like here are two things that sound very similar, so we're just gonna try them each in the track and see which one we like more. So let's hear this, and let's hear this one. I kind of like the second one more. So let's do that, and then maybe I can find somewhere to use this other one still. Like maybe use it here. Wow. The focus is intense. Come on. This is Stutter House. My production process, I really just kind of space out and just end up somewhere. I think this is sick though. I think we end up somewhere really cool right now. I think as one final twist here, and then I'll leave you on your way. We got to bring back the auto pan because this is the Stutter House of fire. But I want to use it as like a traditional auto pan. So let's just do. I cooked. I did not mean to cook this hard. I cooked. Okay, so let's just, as we wrap this up, let's listen to Stutter House, and then let's listen to Stutter House, if you're catching my drift here. Let's listen to boo, bad Stutter House. Let's listen to that first. It's cool. There's something there. But let's listen to good Stutter House now. Let's listen to what I think Stutter House should sound like. I might have to finish this. This is kind of sick. I did not expect this video to go here, so pleasant surprises. Yeah, I don't know. I just, on a real note, I just think that like if we're gonna call something Stutter House, let's make it stutter a bit. That sounds like Stutter House to me. That shit's stuttering. Just to recap, could have done this with the audio that we had, these like stems that we bounced. I could have just went in and repeated tiny slices that sounded cool. I didn't need to use this Stutter Edit plugin, but I was thinking about it. It's what I originally used in the song. Like it's what I used to create that melodic part that I showed you, and it was nice to revisit it because it is a pretty powerful tool. So again, all this is doing is it has different like effects on each little like bank, or within each like preset, I want to say, in each bank, and essentially like each preset is mapped to a key on the keyboard. So when I play on the keyboard, we're flipping between different presets, and different presets have different effects on, and then there's an actual stutter effect and a buffer effect, but then you also have other cool things that are introduced like delay, high pass, low pass, phaser, all that other stuff. So it's a really powerful tool, and it's what I originally used in this song to make all these melodic glitches. and now we used it on vocals. It's so sick. It's so, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but that turned out so cool. Um, so yeah, that's my take on Stutter House. Do with this information as you please. If you like the original Stutter House, I'm not here to degrade that and to shit on it. But I just thought it would be fun to like approach the genre with what I think, given the title, it would sound like. So this is my take on Stutter House. I hope you enjoyed checking out this video. A lot more on my channel. If you haven't seen the video of deadmau5 reacting to this original song, that's worth checking out. Again, I'll put it in the description, and I'll put links to my music and into this song and all that stuff. So yeah, y'all know the drill. Thanks for tuning in, and take care. See ya.